Took my boys to Hooters and captured this gem. People were asking if this is a normal thing in America to take your kids to basically a restaurant. I can kind of answer that. It's not a normal thing, but it happens a lot because basically if there's a place where people can take kids to, odds are they're going to. It's the same reason why we have to deal with babies in movie theaters at 11 p.m. Basically, if there isn't a sign that says no kids allowed, people will probably take their kids to it, and even places where they do say that there are no kids allowed, I've seen kids, such as places on cruise ships that are very much 21 plus. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/AreTheStraightsOK, and if you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Maybe check out another video or two afterwards, that'd be darn dandy of yous. As you can see, women who were virgins on their wedding night have the most stable marriages of any woman. That has everything to do with how many men she slept with, and precisely nothing to do with who her husband is. Otherwise, this finding would not hold. The infographic in the bottom left shows 80% of the women who were virgins are in stable marriages, whilst for women with a partner count of 10 or higher, only 20% are in stable marriages. A conclusion: the more men a woman has blank with, the less stable her and her relationships are. To all of the fathers out there who don't hunt, fish, or shoot, happy Mother's Day. Yes, because that is totally the only three things that a person can do. If you do not do that, you are definitely a mother. No airbags, we die like real men. Oh yes, because apparently it's unmanly to, what we got today? Have safety features. Let's put this one right up on the fridge next to the good old safety belt, huh? Well, I can tell you this right now, car people don't exactly care whether or not a car has a safety bag or not, because I know after a certain amount of time it became mandatory, but at classic car shows, you're very much not going to find an airbag anywhere in sight. But also at the same time, you shouldn't be that douche at the classic car show that demeans somebody else just because their car has a certain safety feature, and that being it. Because all this sticker does is really go to show that you're less of a human that people would like to talk to. Seriously, gatekeeping someone's masculinity or humanity just because a car has a certain feature, like, it's kind of douchey. Don't matter if it's airbags, seat belts, or frickin' transmissions. Like, seriously, I was watching a Bladed Angel video. He was talking about cars having different transmissions and why some people pick this one versus that one, and he was talking about a story. He went to a car meet where a dude was demeaned because he had an automatic transmission, and then people found out later he didn't have a left leg. Buns or hot dogs? You know, in the grand scheme of things, you either could do this, or you could do some kind of little smoke bomb where it does like a little pink or blue mist or something, because, I mean, at least they're not explosives, but then at the same time, this isn't exactly an improvement. Because honestly, this has me thinking of asking more questions the longer I look at it, like why the hot dog blue, and also how old is that guacamole in the back? Jesus, you need to throw that out right now. When a man cheats, a real woman should go on her knees, kiss his feet, and apologize for not being perfect. Look, if you cheat on your significant other and then blame the significant other, y'all deserve to be by yourself. Because I can tell you this right now, getting cheated on ain't fun, and when they try to say that you were the problem and you were lacking this or that or whatever, it's not fun. 21M for F, looking for casual hookup, no strings attached. What if you have to eat only one ice cream flavor for lifetime? Will be boring, right? That's the case with me. I already have girlfriend, but this is my first relationship, so I only have S with her, and it's getting pretty boring. OFC, I love her, but I want to try different flavors, if you know what I mean. So this will be strictly no strings attached. Dude, if you're in a relationship, why do you want to sleep around? Why you could have just avoided having to put up this entire post by just not being in the relationship. Plus also, this dude saying out here like everybody don't got a favorite flavor of ice cream. Personally, I like the cheesecake core from Ben & Jerry's. Okay, brothers, I need your opinions. If I'm addicted to the kitty and the tights and the A, but don't much like the other S as people, see them only as holes to pound the nut into, does that make me a bad person? Women are like Twinkies, they have 3 holes you can fill with cream. You post that text and you post this meme and you wonder where if you're the bad person. Gee, let me think. 1 hour of woman crying and sobbing sound. That is a very weird thing to have 1 hour of sound for.
This is my gym music.
Why do I feel like this is guaranteed to be the guy that has the really weird grunting face and is trying to look hard at Planet Fitness? All the while is the dum-dum that decides not to wear underwear under his gym shorts, thinking that's gonna get him something. And honestly, for myself, I just got like 5 or 6 remixes of You Say Run just because I like the song.
Doctors have just identified a food that can cause grief and suffering for years after it's been eaten. It's called a wedding cake.
You know, if we had good things happen in life as much as we'd see the whole marriage suffering posts as we do on this subreddit, you would think that the world would be a better place. I recently learned about the concept of bids for attention and realized that that's what's missing in my good relationship. Every time he blows me off and makes me feel stupid, I lose connection and intimacy with him. How can I fix my relationship? Okay, I don't know if this is just me, but I don't think Reddit's the best place to go for relationship advice, and at last I checked, it doesn't exactly have the best track record. Also, I don't think your relationship is good if your significant other is constantly blowing you off and ignoring you. Like, I know that you shouldn't be, like, absolutely tight at the hips and clingy as Velcro and everything, but at the same time, you would think that they would have some kind of significance in your life, hence the term significant other.
The 50s also had women far better than the women of today. They didn't validation from every man they seen, didn't blow money on useless items, weren't entitled or delusional, didn't overvalue themselves like the modern woman does. If we had women like they did in the 50s, the divorce rate wouldn't be at its highest in history, and the marriage rate wouldn't be declining like it is today. Men are no longer wanting to marry today's women due to feminism's strong, independent, modern women and their delusional entitlement. Women control access to S, but men control access to marriage. Born for breeding, not leading.
I absolutely have no idea what goes through people's minds when they think that they see a human being and think the word breeding comes to mind, and I honestly do not want to know. No chair, no homo, but it is very comfortable. Fellas, is it gay to sit comfortably? Well, my chair's got one of those, so apparently I guess I'm gay now.
But they are not the exact same product. Men and women are biologically different. If a woman were to, for example, use a razor marketed towards men, she would skin herself alive because women's skin works different than men's.
Men's shampoo turns woman to stone. Men's sunscreen catapults women into the sun. I tried a woman's body wash once and I died immediately. Yeah, there being stuff like men and women's razors when they're exactly the exact same brand, look exactly alike, but one of them is a different color and that means that there's a different price, didn't exactly ever make sense to me. Plus, as for the whole women and men's skin thing, I took a little bit of a dermatology class, and at no point in time during that class was I ever shown 2 different graphs that showed men and women's skin.
This rings true, oddly enough. I've been thinking this for a while, that the left has the idea of rights all mixed up, particularly so-called women's rights. It strikes at children demanding concessions from their parents, with the parents in the situation being the government and the law, of course. Like, if being a champion for children's rights was for things like, let us all stay up past our bedtimes, it's our right. If you take it away, we riot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess to say that you've already seen that 52 downvotes and still wonder where you went wrong.
What would you add / change to my perfect society, and what would yours be? Straight, not any form of radical, not feminist / pro-gay. Gays may live, but you keep your sexuality at home. Don't bring it somewhere else. The same general rule applies to straight people. Immaturity at young ages gets punished by severe beatings. No autism / Down syndrome, things like Tourette's, ADHD are fine.
Ah, yes, because that is very much a simple method of something you can control and just flick on and off like a light switch. Hey, we're going out. Did you forget to turn off your Tourette's today? Yeah, no, I'm trying to make you sound as stupid as possible. How am I doing? Because let's be honest, it pretty much shouldn't be that hard.
A death penalty would be a thing for crimes like offing someone. I don't want to waste my civilization's resources on someone locked up. If you are religious, that's fine, but do not go door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses. If forced labor would be allowed, but not targeted at a race. Any child under the age of 16 may be sold into forced labor by their parents. Anything they want may be done to them, but they are free once they are 18. Extreme physical hurt, example, cutting of arms, is not allowed, although any lewd acts towards them are. Ped is not allowed, unless a forced labor is the victim, then this rule does not apply. If you are found a ped, you are tortured for 24 hours and then put to death. Science would be emphasized in my society. A new technology would be pushed. If you are on the lower end of the intellectual chain, you do trades or farm, since that would be required to keep a society running. Well, that's pretty obvious where you'd stand then, because this is such a lovely autobiography by the one and only Farmer Dingus. Full freedom of speech would be allowed. If you want to scream a slur on the street and get beat up for it, that's your fault. The government would also not be as corrupt. If found corrupt, they will be fired, as I would not want the people rebelling.
If you turn down all other noises and listen closely, you can hear the sound of wind going from one ear through the other.
Self-offing would be allowed and not punished. If you want to end it, that's your call. Profit margins on companies would be allowed, but they would be limited to make sure things cannot be ridiculously overpriced, but enough for companies to make their profit. I would make efforts to make internet available to everyone at a minimum speed of 15 megabytes per second. There would be no data caps. Deadly substances are illegal, but if you cause a public problem on anything harder than alcohol or the green, you are either fined hard, your family can help you pay for rehab, or you will be offed. Prisons are a waste of tax money unless short term. Education would be important. If a family desperately wants the Down syndrome/autism children, they will be allowed, but they will be with each other, away from main society, as to not annoy. Still be able to interact with their family and other people like them, just not annoying normal society. Free healthcare would be provided, similar to Canada's. Of course, tax money would pay for this. A tax would be 13%. Obese people that fail to rise above normal people will be forced into physical labor, lose weight, or pay for it, and no pity will be taken. You will get a job by the age of 20, or you will be appointed one for low pay in simple jobs. Example, factory work or farming food, mining, etc. If you continue schooling to college/university, you are exempt from this until finished. If you are a deadbeat in high school, you will be expelled easily and put into the physical work field. If you refuse/slack off, your employer may off you, on the condition that you have slacked off/refused work 3 times. A proof must be shown for all of these. Ways of obtaining proof are videotaping the facility.
You know what the bad part is? This dude woke up, thought about it, and actually thought this was a good idea, but in reality chose to have all of the stupid going on today. But with that is going to have to be with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Maybe check out another video or two, that'd be darn dandy of yous. But with that, I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.